Welcome to FOH. This week, Kenny in for a bit of a treat. Montecristo Especial, one of my favourite cigars. Although it looks like an absolute dog of a cigar, this one. Mine's
one of mine too.
Pardon?
One of my favourites.
One of your favourites, one of our favourites. Even better, MOL, July 16. So it's got some age to it. No excuses. Hey, 6 years of age.
In the humidor at home, actually.
I can't believe. Why are we doing this one for? Because
you
I thought you needed
a
treat. You needed a treat. That's the reason why.
Spare me.
You've had some cracking cigars of late. That San Cristobal last week was a little bit special. I like that. And previous to that, I can't remember what we've been smoking, but they've all been good, haven't they? No, we've had a couple of dudders before that. Beyond that, it's all good, mate. It's all good. Anyway, so Montecristo Especial, I love them. You got one handy or you smoked it somewhere? Can you check the drawer for me?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fairly ordinary wrapper on this. This is as rough as they come. Yours is fine. I gave you the good one. Excellent. What a good murder.
Obviously, D sent these out.
No, I dropped them off, remember? I dropped them off.
Well, she must have selected them.
Oh, mine's a bit tight. You know, I'll take a shave a bit more off the end.
I use the little punch. Love the punch.
Workable. Can you get a punch in that thing gauge? Yeah.
I use the big gauge punch as well. That's how good the punch is.
Mine's got a slightly tight draw, but it's doable. How's yours?
Oh, fairly tight.
Doable?
Yeah.
This doesn't happen with nudies, people. Can I tell you that right now? We get the gauge right. Jesus Christ, get the draw right. I cannot believe.
They can't afford enough tobacco to actually roll it tight.
I mean, really, to be fair, people spend what they want. People spend, I don't know, $1 squillion for these things. And you can't get the frickin' draw right. You can't get the right.
Whether it works?
Yeah, but no, it's not right, Ken. I'm sorry.
So it's been a good morning then.
If they were to go pretend and just frickin' pretend that they're the new Rolex of this goddamn world of cigars, how about performing like you deserve to? Yeah? Perform like you're a Rolex. Get these things rolled correctly every frickin' time. Anyway, beyond that. We'll be back with you at the end of the first week.
One hopes.
Kenny, first third. Montecristo Especial.
Very tight draw. Yes, this has not blossomed and opened to provide joy to the world. This, it's seriously, you may as well be trying to smoke a stick.
You're getting smoked through it. So am I. But it just takes away the enjoyment. Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
it just takes. And it doesn't allow. Sometimes you get a slightly tight draw, and it cools the smoke down, etc. There, and it blossoms. But this is not blossoming at all. Some slight cocoa, some slight milky notes. But I've had plenty of great Especial. It's one of my favourite cigars. So I know what this should be. I know what this should be. And this is just a pale imitation. If this was a knife, you just want to stab it through the heart of Habanos, or Tabacuba at least, and say, get your...
The top up here is very spongy. Down here, seriously, diamonds wouldn't cut into it. It's just...
Well, use your cutter and cut that out.
Yeah, but I have to cut up to about there.
Really? That far?
That might defeat the purpose. It starts about there.
Yeah,
that's a lot of cigar to cut away.
Oh, I really feel for clients, for members, for friends who spend good money on boxes and end up with this dribble. I really do. And there's nothing we can do about it. You know, it's just
you can refund their money.
Pardon? What? What?
Yeah, that's going to the cutting room floor.
we give them the vice president of Vanos's direct email, so you can email them directly, and you'll never get a phone call. You'll never get an email back, but that's fine. It's insipid at this point. I mean, I've had a Montecristo 4 earlier today, which is a better cigar.
There's no flavour really. I mean, if you, I've been trying to work out what I was going to say. Okay, there's a bit of smoke coming through, but no real flavour.
Bit of light coffee, light cocoa, maybe. We'll be back at the end of the second, third, and let's just see if not, if we could be our first pitching cigar of the year. Back shortly.
Well, I've got a good book. I can put my feet up and read.
Second, third, Kenny.
Well, my stick has progressed slightly, and I've actually did get a little bit of that sort of cocoa powder character coming through. It's certainly the second third better than the first third, but starting from a very low base.
Yeah, it has improved slightly. I think the draw's improved simply because it's got shorter. It's dirty, to me. It's still dirty, grubby, confused.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm not getting dirty, grubby. I'm just getting
dirty, grubby. Mine's dirty, grubby, confused. To be fair, I'd call it a fake if I didn't know better. It is just so disappointing.
I just think the poor guy sitting there. They called it what? We don't make. Oh,
yeah. Wasn't a lot of love went into these, mate. Wasn't a lot of love went into these when they were rolling them. You know.
But I mean, how
Jesus.
This is the middle of Queensland winter, and I'm sitting outside. What is it? 3:30 in the afternoon, sitting outside in a t-shirt in the middle of a Queensland winter. How good is that?
Yeah, living life. I mean, you were saying this morning you got up at 6 to pulp oranges, make orange juice. A whole tub of oranges or something you were doing?
Oh,
yeah.
These are the things that the cross one has to bear.
Then he did some gardening, people. After they had to do some gardening, did some mulching, I believe, and
well, I put things in the compost heap.
He's got a compost heap. That's not his house. He's got it outside the house, compost heap. It's
Listen,
what? What?
I've told
know.
Dee. I've told Dee. Listen, I've told Dee she needs to get a visitor's book that you can sign on the rare occasions you actually go to work. So bagging me is a bit rich.
Well, I don't get it, mate. I ever since I watched Charlie's Angels, a rerun about 2 years ago, I worked exactly how to do it. You just call in once a day. Hello, Angels. Hello, Charlie. Okay, this is your mission. Bang, bang, bang. Hang up. It's good. My job is just handling asteroids, right? I just handle asteroids as they come through. That's all I do. Perfect. But I've got very competent staff, very, very competent team who handle it exceptionally well. We have our little meetings. We're all good. Nice. Good to do this. We'll be back with you at the end of the last third before Fair Work Commission gets to me. Last third, Kenny. Wrap it up for me.
Thank God. Yeah, I got some of your dirty grubby. This has not performed as one would wish.
Worst Montecristo Especial I have ever had, ever.
You know, it's there. Occasionally you get it because, I mean, long and thin, they do take skill to roll, and maybe some of the guys rolling them don't have that skill, and maybe that's what we've got, because these have not been exciting at all.
I'd be throwing a tantrum right now. I did pay for them. But if I was paying full freight for this is just rubbish. It's just rubbish, people.
If you had a box of these, and these are the first two, you'd be sitting there thinking, what the hell am I going to do with the rest of them?
Ben, I can tell you right now, I'd much rather smoke those Nudie's Lanceros every day of the week. not even close, not even freaking close than these. Yeah, this is just a joke. You know,
It's,
it is the lowest rated cigar. I'm going to give it an 82.
I'm giving it 60.
Okay, well, all right. So I think we're on the same ballpark, yeah. So effectively,
And I'm feeling generous. I'm feeling generous. Only because I didn't have to relight it very often. It gets 60. This is the every child wins a prize cigar.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
It's acrid. It's oh.
The draw's improved, so it should be. It's about to this level.
Personally,
But, yeah.
To improve the draw on this, you'd make it plugged so you didn't have to smoke it.
And look, I'm gonna say some positives. I'm gonna say some positives here, not on this cigar, but for people who've had Montecristo Especial in the past. Generally, it is one of the great cigars that comes out of the Habanos lineup. It is right up there with Esplendido, Lanceros, Fundadores. It's one of my favorite cigars, be they young or aged. Generally, they're 94 pointers, 93, 94 pointers on a regular basis. And then, but we just hit today with 2 dog rockets, and there's not much you can do about it.
If someone said, okay, across the Monte range, assuming that all cigars on offer are as good as they can be, which would you pick? I'd normally go to this one, I think.
If I had to buy blind, I'd do Upman Sir Winston and these Montecristo Especial. No problems at all. They're the 2 boxes I'd buy. Personally, love them.
Yeah.
Class, character, complexity, everything this doesn't have. Just doesn't. But anyway, you can only kick a dog so much, and we've kicked it thoroughly. Yeah, I think we have. Yeah. Shall we put it out of its misery? Yeah, put this mongrel down.
Put me out of my misery.
There's always next week, people. Always next week. Always next cigar. Yeah. Thank you, Kenny. Really appreciate it. Team one on FOH. Hasta luego. Cheers.